Chapter 91 Magic Scroll, Skill Stone. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Xia Xin was a little strange after seeing it. Did Huohua and the others discover something? Xia Xin followed the two of them. The two little guys came to the wall, sniffed, then looked at Xia Xin and pointed at the wall. Is there something behind this? Xia Xin asked. The two little guys nodded together. Xia Xin began to look at the wall carefully to see where the open mechanism was. If you can't find the mechanism, you have to break it by force, but that's a bad idea, because you might damage some good things. Soon, Xia Xin found a button in the corner of the wall. This button was the same color as the wall. It would be impossible to spot it if you didn't look carefully. Xia Xin pressed the button, and a part of the wall in the middle began to fall. Xia Xin waited until the wall finished lowering and looked inside expectantly. Inside is a jade shelf with several boxes placed on it. Xia Xin walked over and opened a box at random. Inside the box is a token. The token is round and silver in color, with a city pattern on it. Xia Xin picked it up and checked the information. Silver Pass, Special Items, Jianmu City Yanding Trading Company Auction Pass, Silver Grade. With this token, you can participate in the auction held by Yanding Trading Company. This is a qualification certificate. I don't know how valuable this qualification certificate is. If it's just a piece of shit, that would be bad, but it shouldn't be so. If it wasn't precious, it wouldn't be put in this secret room for collection. Xia Xin put this thing away and opened the second box. This is a jade box. The whole volume is relatively large. After opening it, Xia Xin found some gems inside. Xia Xin collected them all, totaling about 200 various elemental gems. Next is the third box, which is a metal box made of unknown material. Inside was a black scroll, and I checked the information. Frozen for thousands of miles, gold, magic scroll. After use, you can cast magic to freeze for thousands of miles, causing large-scale damage. Damn it, Xia Xin couldn't believe his eyes that there was such a good thing. What's more important is that this is a magic scroll. If you use it well, it is equivalent to an extra life. But seeing this thing, Xia Xin became even more confused. Why is such a powerful item useless to this lord? After all, we are already in danger of losing our territory. No matter what, we shouldn't keep this thing, right? Could it be that the territory was lost due to being attacked by sea monsters, so this item is useless? It is possible. After all, the walls of the entire territory are still intact, but this does not make sense. Not many buildings in the territory have been destroyed. Xia Xin couldn't figure it out, so he simply stopped thinking about it and wasted his brain. Since this lord was useless, he accepted it with a smile. Hey, Xia Xin then opened two more boxes one after another and obtained two more skill scrolls. 1000 Stone Thorn, blue, magic scroll. After use, you can cast the magic 1000 Stone Thorn, causing large-scale damage. Magic Vine Entanglement, blue, magic scroll. After use, you can cast magic Vine Entanglement, causing strong individual control and certain damage. The acquisition of these three scrolls immediately improved Xia Xin's sense of security, since the competition between the two domains ended. Xia Xin wanted to get some life-saving props, but unfortunately such things were completely unavailable, and he couldn't change himself. It's good now, I got 3 of them at once. Xia Xin opened another box, and it turned out to be a scroll. Does this lord like collecting magic scrolls so much? Xia Xin complained, and then checked it. Unexpectedly, it was not a magic scroll. General Level Battle Scroll, blue. After use, you can additionally participate in the Spirit Demon battle on the general level battlefield. Usage restrictions. The Lord's strength must be general level strength. Do you still need this thing to participate in the battle with the demon realm? Xia Xin was a little confused. This Spirit Demon battle should be the first battle that I and others participated in when they first arrived in this world. As for the second battle, it should be a special situation. After all, only the first, people participated. Then Xia Xin noticed the 2 extra words, which probably meant that he could participate again after the Spirit Demon battle. In this case, this thing is indeed quite valuable. Participating in the Spirit Demon battle can obtain ship cores and a large amount of loot, which is fundamentally related to the development of a territory. After all, a lord cannot live on an island and build his own business behind closed doors. If he wants to expand, he must develop a powerful fleet, and the development of a fleet cannot be separated from the core of the ship. Xia Xin put this thing away and started to open the box, which made Xia Xin experience the joy of opening a blind box. Opening a box again, Xia Xin's face turned dark. It was empty inside. No way. There is an empty box in the secret room. Are you too busy? Or did you expect that you would get cold, so you put an empty box to mock those who discovered the secret room? Xia Xin opened several more boxes one after another and found that they were all empty. Grandma's, won't it be gone? Happy ending? Xia Xin opened the boxes one by one unwillingly, and finally got another big harvest. The thing in this box was very familiar to Xia Xin, a skill stone. Check it out, black ice puppet, purple. After learning, you can master this skill and summon a black ice puppet. The black ice puppet strength is 130% of your own and lasts for 5 minutes. The number of summons depends on the summoner's magic power, learning conditions, ice element related occupations. Haha, great stuff. Xia Xin immediately learned this skill. This skill can be said to be quite abnormal. The summoned black ice puppet is 30% higher than the summoner. Although there is a time limit, there is no quantity limit. Xia Xin immediately learned this skill. Although he wanted to try it right away, he was exploring after all. He might encounter some danger later, so it was better not to waste magic points yet. The next few boxes were all empty, and Xia Xin had nothing to gain, but even so, Xia Xin is already very satisfied. Now, even if he uses his talent, he may not be able to get these things. Is there anything gained? Xia Xin asked when he saw that Windsor and others had stopped checking. No, Ashen, the things here are all food from the Mermaid tribe and other sea tribes, and they are all rotten. Windsor said, with some disappointment on his face. It's okay. I've gained a lot here. Let's go somewhere else. Xia Xin was also mentally prepared, so it wasn't a surprise. Anyway, he didn't come to this warehouse in vain. Windsor and others nodded, and a group of 6 people walked out of the warehouse and began to check other rooms. Chapter 92 New Discoveries. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After Xia Xin and others checked several empty rooms again, they came to a room. It is more like a small palace than a room. This palace is mainly made of black crystal. The door is golden and has a mermaid pattern on it. In front of the gate stood 6 mermaid puppets, 2 female mermaids and 4 male mermaids. This is the first time Xia Xin sees the appearance of a mermaid. Although it is a puppet, it is lifelike. The male mermaid is tall and tall, with strong muscles on his upper body. He holds a steel fork and a shield in his hand. He has a square face and a handsome appearance. The female fishman is slender and graceful. Her upper body is covered with water plants to protect her private parts. She holds a staff in her hand and has a beautiful face. She can be called a beauty. Xia Xin verified the information. Mermaid warrior puppet, blue, an exquisite and powerful puppet made by the joint efforts of alchemists and mechanics. Mermaid mage puppet, blue, an exquisite and powerful puppet made by the joint efforts of alchemists and mechanics. Xia Xin checked the information about the palace behind him again, but he didn't expect it to be an ordinary building. Do you make ordinary buildings so beautiful? Even so, Xia Xin was looking forward to it even more. After all, the building was ordinary, which proved that the things inside were extraordinary, especially since there were guards outside. Let's do it. Xia Xin greeted. As soon as he finished speaking, Sherpan took the lead and stood in front of everyone. Then his body began to grow bigger, and his original height of meters suddenly increased to meters tall. Then the green gold shield in his hand also became much larger. Skills gigantization, giant shield technique. Looking at this front row, I suddenly felt safe. Then Xia Xin started to use Xianbing puppet. He was still looking forward to this skill. As Xia Xin sang, the ice elements began to gather, and finally a blue puppet made of ice crystals appeared. The puppet is 2 meters tall and holds a two-handed giant sword. Xia Xin felt that summoning a black ice puppet would consume 1/3 of his magic value. Xia Xin summoned a puppet again, and then began to attack. At the same time, Windsor's attack had fallen on the mermaid warrior puppet. This time, the control skills of Windsor and others did not have much effect, and they were able to break free after a while. Obviously, although these mermaid puppets are of the same blue quality as the hungry shark puppets, they are stronger than the latter. This shattered Xia Xin's idea of capturing the other party alive. 3 mermaid warrior puppets began to rush towards Xia Xin and others, while one stayed in place to guard the mermaid mage puppet. The puppet could actually use tactics, which gave Xia Xin a new understanding of the puppet. When the mermaid mage chanted the skills, Windsor released the confusion skills on them respectively. Windsor's skill release speed is much faster than the 2 mermaid mage puppets. After Windsor's 2 confusion skills were used, the 2 mermaid mage puppets released the first skill, which was 2 mermaid forms, something similar to soul bodies. These 2 soul bodies fell on the 2 charging mermaid warrior puppets. The 2 mermaid warrior puppets actually grew in size and became more powerful. Apparently, Windsor's confusion skill has no effect on the puppet. Xia Xin's 2 black ice puppets and stone plate each faced a mermaid warrior puppet, and the 6 of them collided directly. Xia Xin's side was directly repelled. Dark Moon began to take action, and the wind-breaking blade in her hand extended and turned black. Skill Dark Blade. She approached the stone plate and worked together to deal with the unenhanced mermaid warrior puppet. As soon as he took action, the puppet was knocked back by Dark Moon's wind-breaking blade. Dark Moon followed closely and struck the opponent's arm with another knife, directly cutting a deep gash in the opponent's arm. Dark Moon was unyielding and kept attacking around the puppet. She was faster than the puppet. Sherpan saw that and you could block the puppet alone, and he quickly joined the Xianbing puppet battle circle. Xia Xin released a water arrow technique and found that it could hardly cause any effective damage, so he stopped attacking and used the remaining magic power to summon a black ice puppet again. At this time, Xia Rui and Ho released the fire binding and golden cage technique respectively, briefly controlling the warrior puppet standing in front of the mermaid mage. Taking this opportunity, Windsor immediately released light arrows and attacked one of the puppets. The attacked mermaid mage had no time to change his skills, and was directly hit in the head by Windsor, and then stopped, but the other one released his skills. Blue water bubbles appeared one after another, floating towards Dark Moon and Xianbing puppet. At this time, Ho used the fireball technique, and Xia Rui released golden rain while facing blue water bubbles. Most of the blisters were crushed, but 2 blisters fell on Sherpan and Xia Xin respectively. As soon as the bubbles came into contact with the 2 of them, they turned into a thin film and stuck to their bodies. Fortunately for Xia Xin, he was not in the battle circle and had a shield on him, but Sherpan was more dangerous. His whole body became sluggish, and he was directly hit by the steel fork of the warrior puppet. Fortunately, there was a lapis lazuli shield in the way, otherwise this blow would have killed him. At this time, Xianbing puppet took the opportunity to chop the warrior puppet on the head with a sword, directly decapitating the opponent. After obtaining the Xianbing puppet, he joined the battle circle of the other 2 Xianbing puppet. Due to restricted movement, Sherpan withdrew from the battlefield and came to Xia Xin. At this time, Windsor launched another attack, and the light arrow hit the opponent's mage puppet, but was blocked by the opponent's light patterns. At this time, something changed in Dark Moon. She had cut off the 2 arms of the warrior puppet and was stabbing it into the opponent's head. Dark Moon pulled out the wind-breaking blade and rushed towards the warrior puppets who had just broken free from Huohua and the others. At this time, Huohua's fireball technique and Xia Rui's sharp arrow technique fell on the mermaid mage. This time the opponent was not spared and his head was missing. Everyone who had their hands free began to control the remaining puppets, and there was no suspense in the following battle. Under the control of Windsor and others, Dark Moon and Xianbing puppets eliminated the remaining 2 warrior puppets. By this time Xia Xin and Sherpan had also recovered. Just in case, Xia Xin asked 3 Xianbing puppets to push open the palace door. There were no accidents. There were almost no facilities inside. There was only a circular pit in the middle of the hall floor, with a light mask outside. Xia Xin walked in and saw that there was some red liquid in the pit, which was almost dry. There is also an oval-shaped film soaked in the liquid, about 60 centimeters long, and a mermaid can be vaguely seen inside. Xia Xin was surprised. Chapter 93 Mermaid Cub. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Such a gorgeous palace, with several mermaid puppets guarding it outside, but this is the only thing inside. Xia Xin checked this thing, mermaid growth pool, purple, a complete building. There is a certain chance of obtaining the construction drawings of the building after destroying it. Xia Xin was surprised that it was actually a purple quality building. Xia Xin looked at the oval film soaked in the pool again. Mermaid hero, legend, mermaid cubs, dying frequently and suffering from nutritional deficiencies. It's your uncle's, right? He's not even born yet, but he's already a hero. Moreover, the quality of this cub is actually at the legendary level, which is a bit outrageous. After Xia Xin saw this information, he complained in shock, "Are heroes still born?" Xia Xin is not sure about this, but Xia Xin speculates that this cub is not a born hero. It is very likely that the Lord here used a hero class card to turn it into a hero. First of all, the puppets guarding this place are basically of blue quality. If there is a better quality of combat power, it is impossible for the Lord not to send them to protect it. After all, this is a hero of legendary quality. Secondly, this mermaid is still just a cub. If it is a born hero, its parents must not be simple. The Lord's strength should not have the chance to obtain this cub. After all, this Lord has not even used the general level war scroll. Therefore, Xia Xin speculated that this cub was probably the heir of the Lord here, and that it was likely to have great luck when it was born and was of legendary quality. The Lord then uses props to transform it into a hero, but no matter what, it's all cheaper now. But now there is a problem, that is, the cub is dying frequently and lacks nutrition. It is possible that this territory has been abandoned, and the nutrient solution in the growth pool is no longer sufficient. The mermaid cubs depend entirely on the remaining nutrient solution to survive. How to solve this? Xia Xin was a little worried. How to increase the nutrient solution in this growth pool? Xia Xin took out a few pieces of amethyst and water element gems. He put in a few water element gems first. Hey, it seems to be really effective. Xia Xin saw that after the water element gem was put in, the nutrient solution fluctuated and then increased a little. Xia Xin put all the water element gems in his hand, and the nutrient solution increased a lot. Afterwards, Xia Xin placed another piece of amethyst, and the nutrient solution fluctuated even more violently, with much more nutrient solution appearing than the gem. Xia Xin simply put in some more amethysts until there was too much nutrient solution to drown the mermaid babies. Xia Xin checked the information again. Mermaid hero, legend, mermaid cub, growing state, finally saved it. Xia Xin then took several jade boxes obtained from the warehouse, spent amethyst to make nutrient solution, and stored the nutrient solution for the mermaid cubs in several jade boxes. Afterwards, Xia Xin placed the mermaid cub in a jade box. After seeing that there were no problems with the mermaid cubs, Xia Xin ordered the mermaid growth pond to be destroyed. There was no luck this time and the architectural drawings were not obtained. Although he was a little regretful, Xia Xin was not worried. After all, he still had a few construction drawings of the mermaid growth pond in his hand. After leaving the palace, Xia Xin and others walked around again, but found nothing. Finally, Xia Xin and his party arrived at the core of the Lord's castle, a palace built of purple crystal. Xia Xin and others pushed the door open and walked in. There was nothing in the hall. Xia Xin and others went upstairs along the stairs. Entering a luxurious room, there was a large bed with a brocade quilt made of unknown material and a mermaid pattern embroidered on it. In addition, there is a bookshelf in the room with some books placed on it. Xia Xin had no chance of these things. His attention was attracted by the facilities in the corner of the room. It was a blue cylinder with an octagonal body suspended on top of it. Xia Xin was very familiar with this. This thing is the core of the territory. Xia Xin came to the facility and was immediately reminded, when you discover the core of an unknown territory, you can choose to destroy it. After destroying it, you can obtain the core of the territory. The territory disappears. Do you want to destroy it? Destroy. Xia Xin did not hesitate. As soon as the words fell, the cylinder below suddenly turned into dots and disappeared. while the core of the territory floated in front of Xia Xin. Xia Xin was about to check the core of the territory when suddenly the entire territory began to shake, and then the entire building began to dissipate. In the end, the entire territory disappeared, and Xia Xin and others appeared on the empty hilltop. Xiao Lan and Lu Chuan in the distance were quickly approaching Xia Xin and others. Xia Xin held the core of the territory in his hand, and after the building boat arrived, everyone boarded the building boat. Xia Xin took a look and saw that there was still time, and then started hunting with Windsor and others. Now he's also starting to actively upgrade. When the time was up, Xia Xin and others began to rise. After surfacing, everyone on Xia Xin's boat shivered because it was too cold. Go back to the house and rest. We won't work today. Xia Xin ordered. It's impossible to stay outside for a long time in such cold weather. All the civilians looked happy and started running towards their rooms. Xia Xin didn't leave directly. He hadn't used the fishing rod as many times as he could today. You go back inside the house. Just let Huahua stay with me here. Windsor saw Xia Xin take out the resource fishing rod and naturally understood Xia Xin's thoughts. Xia Xin did not refuse and gave the resource fishing rod to Windsor. Anyway, Huahua was there and could be used as a hand warmer. Xia Xin, Xia Ruianue and the others returned to the core cabin. By this time Jasmine had already gone to make lunch, and you sat on the sofa, while Xia Xin hugged Xia Rui and lay on her lap. Taking out the newly acquired territory core, Xia Xin began to check the information. This is the first time he has obtained territory cores from a territory, and all he has in his hands belong to novice lords. Xia Xin was curious if there was any difference between the two. Mermaid territory core, the territorial core of the Mermaid Lord, which can be used to establish underwater territory and build exclusive buildings for the Mermaid tribe. Can it be used to build underwater territories? Xia Xin's thoughts raced. Does this mean that the territorial cores of different races can build different territories? The core of your territory belongs to the human race, so you should be able to build on the ground, and you can build exclusive buildings for the human race in the territory. Now that I have the core of the Mermaid tribe's territory, wouldn't it be possible for me to build an underwater territory in the future? By then, you can completely build a sub-base in the sea. As for using it now, Xia Xin will naturally not use it, because it is not the core of his fundamental territory, and it is impossible for him to spend his energy on developing an undersea territory. Chapter 94 Moon Well. You are listening at novelfull.audio. After all, he is a human race, so he still needs to establish a territory on the land. Building a territory in the sea is only suitable for future territory expansion as a supplement. Put this core away, it won't be needed in a short time. Xia Xin took out the incomplete map and looked at the voyage. According to his current speed, he could reach his destination in 5 or 6 days. Xia Xin was both looking forward to this and feeling anxious at the same time. What I'm looking forward to is that I can establish my own territory soon, but what I'm worried about is that I won't encounter an island where I can't establish a territory. Xia Xin thought wildly and frowned from time to time, seeing Xia Xin's appearance. And you couldn't help but reach out and touch the wrinkles on his forehead. The door opened and Windsor walked in. Xia Xin got rid of his thoughts and looked at Anu's worried expression. He felt warm in his heart and smiled at Anu. It's okay, I'm just thinking about something. Xia Xin said with relief. Anyway, I can't control this kind of thing, so I just let nature take its course, and the troops will come to cover up the water and the earth. When the time comes, the boat will be straightened out when it reaches the bridge, and there is no need to worry about things that are beyond your control. Now I should still develop my own strength honestly and down to earth. Windsor walked to the other side of the sofa, sat down, and put Xia Xin's legs on her lap. He reached out and gave the items he caught to Xia Xin. Xia Xin took it and asked, "Where is Huahua?" Huahua went to practice his skills. Windsor said while squeezing Xia Xin's calves. Xia Xin smiled. Huahua was really working hard. Huahua is very diligent. Xia Xin sighed with a smile. Xia Rui, who was lying on Xia Xin's belly, heard Xia Xin's words and immediately turned over and sat up. She gave Xia Xin a firm look, then pointed at herself and clenched her fists. Yeah, you're also very diligent. Xia Rui poked Xia Rui's forehead with her index finger, perhaps feeling Xia Xin's perfunctory attitude. Xia Rui flew up angrily, and then ran to the empty room, probably to practice her Gingjin body skill. Xia Xin smiled when he saw it and didn't stop him. Why are you teasing her? Windsor rolled her eyes at Xia Xin angrily. It's okay, there's no harm in exercising more. Xia Xin disagreed. After finishing speaking, Xia Xin began to check the newly added items. Fish tank production drawing, white, build a fish tank to raise some precious fish for viewing and entertainment. Production requirements, glass *25, although it is of white quality, it is just right for use, as the mermaid cub cannot always be kept in a small jade box. Xia Xin purchased enough glass and then the construction was chosen to build. A fish tank appears on the living room floor. It is 3 meters long, 2 meters wide and 1.5 meters high. Xia Xin and Windsor placed the fish tank in a free corner, and then put all the nutrient solution and mermaid cubs into it. After finishing it, Xia Xin started to look at the second item, Lingmai seed, green. Lingmai can be grown. Lingmai is a highly nutritious food. Regular consumption of lingmai can improve one's physical condition and make it easier for talents to be born among the people. It has the same effect as the spiritual rice seeds in your hand. Xia Xin checked the last item, moon well construction drawing, blue. The moon well can produce moon water. Moon water has a healing effect, especially for elves. Construction requirements, moon stone *100, wood element gem *30, light element gem *20, water element gem *20. This thing is good. Moon water can be used by yourself or sold to the elves, but you can also change this thing and get a purple quality prop. Let's talk about it tonight. Now tired, Xia Xin closed his eyes. Dark Moon gently pressed Xia Xin's head, while Windsor rubbed Xia Xin's calves. Unknowingly, Xia Xin fell asleep. When Xia Xin woke up, Jasmine had already prepared lunch, and they started eating lunch while talking and laughing. During this period, Windsor also called Xia Rui out. At first, Xia Rui was arrogant and didn't want to talk to Xia Xin. After Xia Xin took out an amethyst to apologize, she immediately fell into Xia Xin's arms with a smile. Now Xia Rui is 60 centimeters tall. She is leaning in Xia Xin's arms, and Xia Xin has to reach out to hug her. After lunch, several people undressed and took a rest. When the weather is cold, you should lie in bed. Xia Rui sat on the quilt and played. Xia Xin ignored her and opened the chat channel. Hey, friends, I encountered an underwater territory today, but it's protected by a light shield and I can't enter at all. What? Is there a territory underwater? Are you kidding me? The point is, do you have a territory underwater? I'm afraid you're not showing off your diving skills. Damn it, this is where you show off. Ha ha ha, I can only dive for an hour, it's nothing. But I really discovered the underwater territory. After I posted this sentence, there was a picture at the end. Xia Xin took a look and saw that it was really an underwater territory. It was also on a mountain peak, but it was much smaller than what he had encountered. Damn it, there really are. You are the only one who has met so many people. You are so lucky. Luckily, he didn't go in. I can only look at it, but I can't eat it. It's so painful, that when Xia Xin saw this, he smiled mischievously and sent 2 pictures. This was taken when he first encountered the mermaid territory. He took a lot of photos at that time, and it didn't take much time anyway. What he sent was a photo outside the mask and a photo of the Lord's castle. Damn it, capture a big boss. Damn it, living boss. Please be a friend, boss. The boss actually got in, it's so awesome. Going in. Where are you going? Come in with me. Don't be disgusting with the foot-picking guy upstairs. Image. Damn it, beauty, make a friend. Go away, the door to my house is only open to bosses. I envy the boss. I want to be a boss. The boss will definitely gain a lot. What is man? Xia Xin laughed out loud while looking at the chat history. It was also fun to have such a group of living treasures. I should communicate more with them in the future and learn driving skills. They are all talented people. What are you laughing at? Windsor asked, and you also looked at Xia Xin doubtfully. Ah, it's okay, I just want to drive. Xia Xin said. What nonsense are you talking about? Windsor patted Xia Xin in shame, and Dark Moon covered her head with a quilt in shame. After getting along for such a long time, the two of them naturally understood what Xia Xin meant. Xia Xin expressed his respect for the shyness of the two. He reached out and pushed Dark Moon down under the quilt. Feeling Xia Xin's movements, Windsor's face turned red. Xia Rui, who was eating amethyst, suddenly felt the quilt under her body move. She glanced at it in confusion. Chapter 95 Alchemy Workshop. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Xia Xin's body tensed up, then relaxed and breathed out softly. Dark Moon showed his head and glanced at Xia Xin shyly. Windsor looked at the milk remaining in the corner of Dark Moon's mouth. The corner of your mouth. Windsor reminded, after and you heard this, she rolled her pretty little tongue without wasting it. Looking at this scene, Xia Xin felt like he was good again. Looking at Xia Xin's fiery eyes, Windsor Dark Moon still didn't know what Xia Xin had in mind. The two reached out at the same time and pinched the soft flesh on Xia Xin's waist, which suddenly made Xia Xin wake up. Xia Xin smiled coquettishly and said, "It's all because you are so charming. By the way, let's go take a bath." Xia Xin suddenly remembered that the luxurious bathing utensils he made yesterday were still in use. The two women naturally knew Xia Xin's thoughts, but they did not refuse. The three of them got up and went to the bathroom in their pajamas. There is a large bathtub in the bathroom, with a lot of water added from the water storage tank. Xia Xin heated up the water, and then the three of them took off their clothes and lay down in it. Xia Rui was playing when she suddenly looked towards the bathroom in confusion, as if she heard the cries of Windsor and Dark Moon. In the evening, Xia Xin and others had dinner and went to bed to rest. Xia Xin was alone in bed today, and something ridiculous happened in the afternoon. Both women said they would not accompany him today, and they wanted to rest together. Xia Xin didn't force it. Sometimes he needed to take a break, not to mention that he had already spent all his wealth this afternoon. Xia Xin lay alone on the bed and started today's changes. He took out the first item, Hungry Shark Puppet, Blue, a puppet made by alchemists and mechanics. It is powerful. What type of props will you get this time? Xia Xin thought. Specify the drawing type, which is versatile. Alchemy Workshop Construction Drawing, Purple. The Alchemy Workshop is a place where alchemists and mechanics work. It can be used to research and build puppets and other equipment. Construction requirements: Stone *1000, Fine Steel *500, Fire Element Gem *200, Water Element Gem *100. Xia Xin checked the information and nodded with satisfaction. He didn't get the blueprint, and it was an alchemy workshop that was very important to the development of the territory. Xia Xin put the drawings away and started to change the second thing, Moonwell Construction Drawing, Blue. The moonwell can produce moon water. Moon water has a healing effect, especially for elves. Construction requirements: Moonstone *100, Wood Element Gem *30, Light Element Gem *20, Water Element Gem *20. The water from this moon well is similar to a healing potion. Although it is useful, Xia Xin still wants a purple prop, or specify the drawing type and then change it. Well of Life Construction Drawing, Purple. The Well of Life can produce life well water. Well of Life water has a strong healing effect, and long-term use can enhance your strength. The elves will be obsessed with it when they see it. Construction requirements: Life Stone *20, Wood Element Gem *300, Light Element Gem *200, Water Element Gem *200. Xia Xin just screamed. What surprised him was not only that the water from the Well of Life could improve his strength, but also that he had two blueprints in his hand. He quickly checked another drawing, exactly the same. It is also the construction drawing of the Well of Life. Ha ha ha, I am so possessed by the European Emperor. Xia Xin couldn't help laughing. I got two purple props at once, which is great luck. This is the first time Xia Xin has encountered this situation. Not only has the quality been upgraded, but the quantity has also increased. Regarding this situation, Xia Xin just wants to say, the more, the merrier. Strike while the iron is hot. Xia Xin quickly took out the third item, Mermaid Talisman, purple, the identity certificate of the Mermaid tribe. Xia Xin guessed that this thing wouldn't be of much use anymore, so he might as well try it out and get a golden prop. He was looking forward to it. Designate special props and make them versatile. Mermaid Heart Crystal, special item. The Mermaid Heart Crystal is the noble symbol of the Mermaid clan. Wearing the Mermaid Heart Crystal can gain the favor of the Mermaid clan and even command some of the Mermaid clan. Xia Xin looked at a blue crystal in his hand. How to use this thing? As soon as the thought came to an end, the blue crystal in his hand levitated and flew to Xia Xin's eyebrows. Xia Xin felt a chill between his brows, and then he felt nothing at all. This is enough, I feel like nothing has changed. Xia Xin took out a mirror, looked at himself, and found that there was a blue square pattern between his eyebrows. Xia Xin touched it, nothing stood out, just like a tattoo, not to mention, with such a pattern between the eyebrows, the whole person has a strange temperament. That's it, doesn't it have any other functions? Xia Xin was a little regretful. This thing is equivalent to an upgraded version of the Mermaid Talisman. You can try it when you meet the Mermaid tribe in the future. Take a look at how great the effect is. If the effect is strong, it will be equivalent to making friends with the Mermaid race. This will also be a big help to me in the future. After Xia Xin finished all this, he bought props of good quality but with little practical value from Wang Mu's transaction list. After that, Xia Xin took a rest. The next day, Xia Xin finished breakfast and went to the deck with Windsor and others, each with a deck chair. Windsor and Dark Moon were each holding an elemental elf, while Xia Xin was reading a book. This book is called The Adventures of an Elf. It tells the story of an elf traveling on the sea and encountering different islands and different races. Xia Xin watched it with relish. Although he didn't know how much of it was true, it could still give him some gains. For example, there are some races in this world, such as dragons, goblins, dwarves, orcs, mermaids, lava, etc. The weather is nice today, with a gentle breeze blowing on the sea, bringing a little smell of the sea. Ah Xin, here you go. Xia Xin closed the book and reached out to take what Dark Moon handed over. Today is the resource fishing rod that Dark Moon is responsible for. The first item, look at it with your spiritual eyes. Civilian summoning card, blue. It can be used to summon blue quality civilians, and there is a high chance of getting a professional. The first item gave Xia Xin a little surprise. Although it was a civilian summoning card, it was of blue quality. Xia Xin looked at the second item. Small Spirit Crystal Mine Resource Card, green. After using it, you can get a small Spirit Crystal Mine Vein. Xia Xin raised his eyebrows. This thing is good. The spiritual crystal can help the elemental elves grow. It's just a pity that it's just a small vein, and it probably doesn't have much output. Xia Xin decided to change things up at night to see if it would surprise him. Chapter 96 1 RD Place Reward. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Xia Xin checked the last item, tailor shop construction drawing, white. There is a tailor in the tailor shop, and the tailor can sew clothes. Construction requirements, wood *100, stone *20, it was a tailor shop, and it was of white quality. Xia Xin sighed and considered it as a perfect territory. After putting it away, Xia Xin opened the book and continued reading. It didn't take long for Xia Xin to hear the reminder from Heavenly Mother. He was not surprised. After all, it was the last day of the week. Announcement to all, at the end of this week, survival points rewards for this week will be released, please pay attention to claim them. Announcement to all, the top 10 players with points are asked to choose their own additional rewards. After 2 pieces of information, Xia Xin first looked at the survival point rankings. First place, Xia Xin, 4370, second place, Bai Shui, 2220, third place, Li Qir, 2110, fourth place, Yi Baifeng, 1980, fifth place, James, 1890, sixth place, Elizabeth, 1340, number 7, Kaidi, 1336, eighth place, Isabel, 1311. Ninth place, Kutcher, 1283, 10th place, Jin Mo Sheng, 1139, there is no doubt that he is still the first, and the gap between him and the second place by Shui has widened even further. Xia Xin was not surprised. The hundreds of thousands of white stones were not in vain. Xia Xin then started to check his points reward for ranking first this time. What surprised Xia Xin was that this time there were 5 things for him to choose from, and he could choose 2. Xia Xin asked Tianmu, and the extra thing was a reward for ranking first for 3 consecutive weeks. This is an unexpected surprise. If I have been ranked first this month, I don't know what rewards I will receive then. Xia Xin stopped thinking about it and started to check the item's information. Hero Job Transfer Card, Special. After using it, you can obtain the hero job. The hero profession means unlimited possibilities, the possibility of advancing to a higher level without being restricted by quality. The first item gave Xia Xin a surprise. It was actually a job transfer card. He had to get this so that he could change Xia Rui's job to a hero. Check out the second one, Qingfeng Staff, Purple. After equipped, it can increase the user's strength by 30% and engrave the skill of Blasting Wind. Wind technique, can increase agility and group skills by 20%. Xia Xin raised his eyebrows. To be honest, he didn't like this staff very much. He could use blue quality props to specify the equipment type and change it. He didn't have to worry about not getting the purple staff. Xia Xin's next plan is to change some high-quality items and equipment to improve the overall strength. Magic Cannon Production Drawing, Purple. The magic cannon is charged with spiritual crystals or amethysts. It can explode with powerful damage and is a weapon for defending the city. Production requirements: Fine Steel *200, Magic Stone *30, General Beast Blood. The third item is a good thing, but unfortunately it is just a production blueprint, which can only make one magic cannon. Xia Xin looked at the next item, Pet Summoning Card, Purple. After use, you can summon purple quality pets. This prop is also very good, it is equivalent to an extra boost, you can consider it. The last one, item. Quality Improvement Card, Purple, improves the quality of items. The higher the quality of the item, the lower the success rate of improvement. Xia Xin's eyes lit up when he saw the last item. There was actually a quality improvement card. Without saying anything, Xia Xin directly chose the hero job transfer card and this quality improvement card. As for the pet summoning card, Xia Xin feels that he is not lacking a pet now. He will talk about it when he has the opportunity in the future. He has always wanted to improve the quality of the dragon blood in his hand, and now that he has an item quality improvement card, he will not miss it. Xia Xin held 2 cards in his hand, and he used the hero transfer card directly on Xia Rui. As for Xiaolan, I'm sorry, I will definitely help you in the future. Xia Xin silently apologized. Xia Xin waited for Xia Rui to change her job and checked her information. Xia Rui / Gold Elemental Elf, Legendary, Level, 7. Power, 60. Agility, 57. Defense, 61. Wisdom, 60. Magic Value, 600, plus 20. Occupation, Hero, Metal Elemental Messenger. Skills, Engine Body, Golden Shield Technique, Sharp Arrow Technique, Golden Cage Technique, and Golden Rain. Equipment, Small Staff, Loyalty, 100. Affinity, 100. Basically the same as what happened to Huohua. Xia Xin took out the Magic Eye Skill Stone so that she could also master the Magic Eye skill. Then Xia Xin took out an item, Blood of the Underworld Demonic Dragon, Purple. After taking it, you can obtain the bloodline of the Underworld Demonic Dragon clan. Conditions of use: each basic attribute must reach more than 50 points before it can be taken. Xia Xin did not hesitate and immediately used the item quality improvement card. Don't fail. Xia Xin prayed nervously and apprehensively. The purple light lasted for a while and then disappeared. Xia Xin immediately checked the item information. Underworld Demonic Dragon Blood, Gold. After taking it, you can obtain the bloodline of the Underworld Demonic Dragon Emperor. Conditions of use: each basic attribute must reach more than 50 points before it can be taken. Ha ha ha. Xia Xin laughed out loud. Great, it was a success, and the conditions of use have not changed. Xia Xin immediately took out Tianhai Dragon Emperor's blood and nervously poured it into the bottle of Nether Sea Demonic Dragon Emperor's blood. Unexpectedly, the two are still distinct and not integrated. What the hell is this? The two types of blood have the same quality, so why can't they fuse? Was the original guess wrong? Or do you just need to take these two kinds of blood, and then they can automatically fuse in your body? How about asking Heavenly Mother? Heavenly Mother, why can't the two bloods fuse? Xia Xin muttered silently in his mind. Tip, the fusion of different blood requires a blood melting agent. Hey, I really answered my own question. Where can I get the blood melting agent? Xia Xin asked, after waiting for a long time and there was no sound. Well, Heavenly Mother no longer loves him. Xia Xin curled his lips and put away the two kinds of dragon blood, lying on the couch with a disappointed look on my face, fully expecting this to be the result in the end. It was really uncomfortable, but at least I know the method, and I can just ask about the blood melting agent in the future. Xia Xin was about to read a book when Heavenly Mother's voice rang again. To his dismay, he thought that Heavenly Mother was going to remind him, but unexpectedly it was an announcement to all, the family and friends fun activity has started. Everyone can pay to invite friends to visit and join the treasure hunt space together in 3 hours. What the hell? Xia Xin looked confused after hearing this, and Tianmu started to do something again. To put it nicely, if you participate in a treasure hunt and encounter treasures, you must not fight each other. Heavenly Mother really wants to fight with others all the time, and she won't let her rest. The capitalists will give you a thumbs up after seeing this, Heavenly Mother, and then ask you how you can be so evil-hearted. However, this event is still very good for Xia Xin. His strength is also top-notch among many lords. Chapter 97 Invitation. You are listening at novelfull.audio. But why does this activity have to be called a family and friends activity instead of a treasure hunt? Xia Xin thought there should be some hidden meaning in it. Since it is called Friends and Family Fun, it proves that this event focuses on a group battle, and it will definitely be disadvantageous to be a lone wolf. Just as Xia Xin was thinking about it, a message came from the chat channel. Xia Xin opened it and saw that it was indeed Li Qiu. Xia Xin, how about it, do you want to come to my place as a guest? Let's attend the event together, and there will be Bai Shui. After sending the message, Li Qiu waited for Xia Xin's reply with some anxiety. After all, she concealed Xia Xin's last cooperation and found other allies privately. She was worried that that incident had hurt the trust between the two, and Xia Xin would no longer cooperate with her this time. Xia Xin did not want to refuse cooperation with Ricole. Although Ricole concealed her allies last time, it did not cause any substantial harm to herself. Moreover, he also obtained props to improve his talent from Bai Shui's hand. He is now hesitant about whether the invitation of Bai Shui will affect this event. We can cooperate. Come to my place this time. I plan to invite a few more people. Xia Xin thought for a while and replied, in his opinion, it doesn't cost much to invite people, so just add insurance. Even if he thinks too much, he will only lose a little white stone. If this matter really has an impact, he will make a lot of money, and he planned to invite 2 more people. Since it was a fun party for friends and family, it had to be lively. Seeing Xia Xin's reply, Li Qiu finally felt relieved. As for Xia Xin inviting others, she didn't care. Okay, you decide this matter. Xia Xin then opened Wang Mu's chat box. Wang Mu, do you have any collaborators? Come with me if you don't arrive. When Wang Mu received the news from Xia Xin, he couldn't believe his eyes. I went, and the boss actually asked me to team up with him. I was about to take off. What? Do you have teammates? I do not know how. I only have one teammate now, and that's boss Xia Xin. Wouldn't it be stupid not to hug him if he has a big thigh? Boss, I don't have teammates. It's just that my strength is a bit low. Will it hold you back? It's okay, but I have other teammates. Do you mind? Isn't this looking down on oneself? He actually considered my opinion, and he really made me cry to death. Boss, I have no objection. You have the final say in everything. Okay, I'll invite you later. Later, Xia Xin opened Lu Ping's chat interface. Lu Ping, are you interested in teaming up with me to participate in activities? Lu Ping had just taken off his clothes and was about to take a nap when he saw someone sending a message and opened it in confusion. Damn it, I'm not hallucinating. Lu Ping complained in his mind. After reading it again, he jumped out of bed and hit his head on the roof. He was still unconscious and kept mumbling, fucking, he had recently upgraded his ship and now he had no money, so he did not plan to participate in the event. I didn't expect that not only would I be able to participate now, but I could also participate holding my thighs in my arms. This was like pie in the sky. Boss, how can I be able to form a team with you? That when Xia Xin saw the news, he thought Lu Ping was rejecting him. Also, maybe he already has a teammate. Now that you have teammates, let's work together next time. Lu Ping had a question mark on his head. Wasn't his meaning obvious? I'm licking you. How can you tell that I mean to refuse? Do you think I'm declining? Think I don't want to abandon my teammates? The boss actually thinks that I have such high moral standards. He really makes me cry to death. Boss, isn't it obvious that I licked you? I want to team up with you. Lu Ping was afraid of missing this opportunity, so he quickly expressed his feelings. Xia Xin seemed to see a crow flying over the sea. Okay, I'll invite you right away. Xia Xin asked Jasmine to prepare some drinks, and then make some dishes and fruits. The event will start in 3 hours, and it will be noon by then. I and others will definitely have to finish lunch before participating. Who knows how long the event will last? Jasmine nodded and left. Xia Xin started to invite. I saw it when I was chatting just now. An invite button was added next to the friend's name. Xia Xin clicked the button behind Li Qier. You need to pay 250 white stones. Do you want to invite? 250, you really know how to choose the price, Heavenly Mother. Xia Xin complained while clicking the invitation. Just after the identification was completed, a portal appeared on Xia Xin's ship, which should be the teleportation array. After a while, a white and tender calf stretched out from the portal, and then Li Qier's figure was seen. It's pretty fast, Xia Xin. Li Qier said with her hands behind her back and looking at Xia Xin with a smile. It's okay, wait a moment, I'll invite others. Xia Xin responded. Xia Xin then invited Bai Shui, Wangmu and the others. Bai Shui looked at the portal that appeared on her ship and walked in without hesitation. Li Qier had already greeted him in advance. Wangmu Lu Ping looked at the teleportation array on his ship with excitement and anticipation, and also walked in immediately. We meet again. Xia Xin saw Bai Shui and nodded towards her. Yeah, I didn't expect to meet so soon. 2 more people appeared in the portal, namely Wangmu and Lu Ping. When the two came out and saw Bai Shui's back, they were slightly startled. Let me introduce to you, this is Li Qier and Bai Shui. Xia Xin pointed at Li Qier and Bai Shui. When the two of them heard this, they were stunned for a moment. Are they the Li Qier and Bai Shui that I know? Then I thought, who else could be with the boss besides them? The two of them were ecstatic and took off. This time they definitely took off, following the 3 people ranked in the top 3. If it doesn't take off, it's simply not allowed by the Heavenly Mother. The two of them bent down in fear and said in unison, Hello, 2 great men. Hello. Ricole replied with a smile. Bai Shui smiled and nodded. At this time, Jasmine came over with people carrying tables and chairs, put the things away, and came to Xia Xin. My lord, you are ready. Xia Xin nodded and said to Li Qier and the other 4, sit down, let's chat while we eat. There are still more than 2 hours left. Several people were seated. Li Qier and Bai Shui were generous, but Wang Mu and Lu Ping were a little restrained. Don't be restrained, we are all friends and we will cooperate in the future. Xia Xin said to the two of them. Let the chef make something casually. It's a bit crude. Don't be offended. Xia Xin said. How hypocritical. Li Qier snorted and rolled her eyes at Xia Xin. I looked at the sumptuous food, including fried beef with green pepper, braised pork, stir-fried vegetables, eggplant, and spicy and sour shredded potatoes. In addition to these there are several kinds of fruits, as well as drinks, red wine. Chapter 98 Team Prototype. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Li Qiu looked at these dishes and wondered, when had she ever tasted such good food? I almost always eat bread, and occasionally some canned meat. As for vegetables, I rarely encounter them. Now that I see Xia Xin eating so well, I am almost jealous to death, yet he actually pretends to be simple. If you eat poorly, what shall I eat? Xia Xin didn't mind being stabbed by Li Qiu's words. He really felt that such a dish was not rich. You are too modest. This is already very rich. I have not seen such a good meal in the past 3 weeks. Bai Shui said in agreement, seeing Wang and Mu nodding their heads quickly, as if they were convinced. Xia Xin said no more. If you keep talking about it, it seems to be a bit hypocritical. Since you think it's good, that's fine. Just eat it and cook if it's not enough. Xia Xin said. Wang Mu, please introduce yourselves. This is my first time meeting you, and I don't know much about you. We can better cooperate in the following activities if we become familiar with each other's skills. Boss, there's no need to go to such trouble. I completely trust you. Just check my information. Wang Mu said immediately after hearing this. Obviously he trusted Xia Xin very much. In his opinion, Xia Xin knowing his information would not do him any harm. First of all, he can show his loyalty, and Xia Xin will trust him more in the future. Secondly, it doesn't matter even if Xia Xin knows his information, because in his opinion, Xia Xin doesn't like him at all. As soon as Wang Mu finished speaking, everyone looked at Wang Mu in surprise. Bai Shui and Li Qiu were obviously surprised that Wang Mu trusted Xia Xin so much. Xia Xin was surprised that Wang Mu could actually do this. As for Lu Ping, he was surprised that Wang Mu's licking plan was so good. Therefore, after being briefly surprised, Lu Ping immediately said, I am also a big boss. I completely trust you. You can check my information directly. Lu Ping felt a little uneasy. Unlike Wang Mu, he had been working for Xia Xin, and the two of them were not very close. Therefore, after he said this, he felt a little uneasy. Xia Xin's next answer would determine whether he could completely become a member of this team. Xia Xin pondered slightly. Obviously he knew what the two of them meant. He looked at Bai Shui and Li Qiu. After all, these were his first teammates, so he still had to respect their opinions. Bai Shui looked indifferent, while Rico smiled and nodded. Okay, this will save trouble. Xia Xin said with a smile, how about we make it public and check each other's information? Xia Xin made another decision. He is still weak and has not yet been completely established. Even if others know his information now, it will not be a big problem. It's just a good opportunity to take this relationship a step further and become true allies who can help each other in the future. Xia Xin's words stunned Li Qiu and Bai Shui. Obviously, these words were beyond their expectations. Li Qiu suppressed her smile and pondered. Wang Mu and Lu Ping were naturally overjoyed when they heard this, and nodded at the same time. Okay. They know that this means they have accepted themselves and others. What surprised Xia Xin was that Bai Shui had no hesitation and agreed straightforwardly. Li Qiu didn't hesitate when she saw this and said, okay, no problem at all. Okay. Xia Xin was equally happy, because this meant that their small group had been initially established. In the future, as time goes by, they continue to cooperate and communicate, and their interests are gradually bound, and their relationship will become stronger. Then let's check each other's information first. Xia Xin is still looking forward to the information from the 4 people. This is especially true for the other 4 people, especially Xia Xin. They are even more curious about knowledge. Lu Ping, no, 102-032-1043, level, 6, 93/600, strength, 22, plus 2.2. Agility, 20. Defense, 20, plus 2, wisdom, 20. Mana, 200. Occupation, hero, crazy blade warrior, skills, spiritual eyes, crazy knife flurry, green, equipment, glaive, green, earth rock shield, green, talent, danger sense, excellent. Name, none. Xia Xin first checked Lu Ping's information. Lu Ping's profession is a mad sword warrior, and his talent is danger perception. But his only skill is mad sword flurry. All spiritual eyes have a skill, Xia Xin directly excluded it. Xia Xin checked Wang Mu again. Wang Mu, no, 034-821-9176, level, 6, 3/600, strength, 19, plus 1.9, agility, 20. Defense, 19. Wisdom, 18. Mana, 180. Profession, hero, assassin, skills, spiritual eyes, armor breaking, green, burst, green, equipment, thorn, green, talent, stealth, excellent. Name, none. Although Wang Mu and Lu Ping are both at level 6, their attributes are a bit lower, but he has 2 skills. Moreover, Wang Mu's talent matches his profession very well. Li Qier, no, 132-034-1072, level, 6, 104/600, power, 31. Agility, 30. Plus 6, defense, 28. Wisdom, 30. Mana, 30. Occupation, hero, archer, skills, spiritual eye, triple arrow, green, critical strike, blue, equipment, flowing wind bow, blue, talent, eagle eye, excellent. Name, none. Li Qier also has 2 skills, and her talent is excellent quality, which is 1 quality higher than Wang Mu and the other 2. He is a professional archer and his talent is eagle eye, which is also a good match. Bai Shui, no, 003-134-1037, level, 6, 212/600, strength, 29, plus 5.8, agility, 27. Defense, 27. Wisdom, 29. Mana, 290. Occupation, hero, wood elemental user, skills, spiritual eyes, wood escape technique, green, wooden archery technique, green, entanglement, blue, equipment, flower staff, blue, talent, wood spirit, epic. Name, none. Xia Xin was a little surprised by Bai Shui's information, although her attributes are lower than Ricole, who is also at level 6, this is probably because Ricole obtained the talent earlier than Bai Shui. After all, the sooner you get talents, the more attribute points you can add earlier. Xia Xin was surprised that Bai Shui not only had 3 skills, but her talent was not wood element affinity as she said last time, but wood spirit, which was an epic talent. Did she hide it last time? No, Xia Xin suddenly remembered his deal with Bai Shui. It is possible that Bai Shui was also lucky enough to upgrade her talent that time. Of course, it is also possible that her wood element affinity talent was originally of epic quality, but the talent has changed, but the quality has not. While Xia Xin was checking everyone's information, others were also checking each other's information. What Wang Mu and Wang didn't say, no matter whose message they saw, they felt awesome. At the same time, I am still very happy in my heart. After all, the stronger my teammates are, the more reliable my support is. The thicker my thighs, the more comfortable I am to hold them. Chapter 99 Communication. You are listening at novelfull.audio. He was even more shocked when he saw Xia Xin's information. Xia Xin, no, 002-022-1025, level, 7, 2/800, strength, 42, plus 10, agility, 42, plus 4.2, defense, 41, plus 5 plus 4.1, wisdom, 40. Magic value, 400, plus 40, occupation, hero, ice elemental user, skills, spiritual eyes, water arrow, green, shield, green, freeze, purple, black ice puppet, purple, equipment, staff, green, ring, green, starfish armor, green, talent, variety, legendary. Name, none. After Xia Xin's hard hunting efforts during this period, his level has been raised to level 7. Level 7 directly increases the attributes of twice the talent quality, that is to say, it has been upgraded to a level and 10 attributes have been added. Therefore, it is no wonder that Wang Mu and others were shocked. After all, Xia Xin was only 1 level higher than them, but his attributes were almost twice as high as theirs. Li Qier and Bai Shui were also shocked to see Xia Xin's level. They knew Xia Xin was strong, but in the past, they thought that Xia Xin's overall strength was strong, and his personal strength should be similar to that of themselves and others. After all, Xia Xin's performance in the last arena was not particularly good, and they didn't know what Xia Xian's specific strength was. This time they saw Xia Xian's message and they realized the gap between them. At level 7, all attributes are above 40 points, and there are 4 skills, 2 of which are purple skills. In addition, there are 3 pieces of equipment, but all these are not as good as the last one. That is, Xia Xian's talent is actually of legendary quality. They know exactly what this means. As the level increases, the gap between their strength and Xia Xian will become wider and wider. In the future, we must try our best to improve the quality of our talents. This was the unanimous thought of the 4 people present. Boss, you are so awesome. You have a talent of legendary quality. My and Lu Ping's excellent talent make me feel a little unworthy of being with you. Wang Mu felt so cold in his heart that he felt that he would never be able to keep up with the big boss in the future. Xia Xian looked at the talents and qualities of several people, and to be honest, they were indeed a bit low, with Bai Shui's being just fine. In his opinion, talent with at least epic quality has a future. Although heroes can be leveled up, their quality is low. Even if they are leveled up, the gap in strength is still huge. However, he will naturally not say this out loud. I believe that after they see their talent, they will work harder to find ways to improve their talent and quality. Indeed, Xia Xian, you are so surprising. I originally thought you only had an epic quality talent, but I didn't expect it to be a legendary quality talent. Li Qiu felt that she had been hit by her talent for outstanding quality. Bai Shui has an epic quality talent, and Xia Xian has a legendary quality talent, which makes her feel very disappointed. She had always been proud, but now she was suppressed by the 2 of them, which made her feel very uncomfortable. Xia Xian probably also knew how Rico was feeling. I'm also lucky. I traded a talent quality improvement ball with Bai Shui last time, and I was lucky enough to upgrade my talent from epic quality to legendary quality. Bai Shui was surprised when she heard it. It turned out that she had something to do with her. Seeing Li Qiu and the others looking at her, Bai Shui nodded. Indeed, I made a deal with Xia Xian last time. I exchanged the talent quality improvement ball in my hand for the props in his hand. Seeing the confused looks in Li Qiu and others' eyes, Bai Shui understood that they were wondering why she didn't use it. That prop can also improve my talent. My original talent was Wood Element Affinity, which is also of excellent quality. After using that prop, I was lucky enough to be upgraded to epic quality. Li Qiu and the other 3 were filled with envy after hearing this. You don't have to be discouraged. You will also have opportunities to improve your talent and quality in the future. Xia Xian encouraged. It will be too late to improve the quality of talents in the future, and you will miss a lot of attribute points. Li Qiu said. She was still a little pessimistic, and it seemed that she was really hit this time. Indeed, the earlier the talent quality is improved, the higher the future achievements will be. The later the talent quality is improved, the more disadvantages will be suffered. Bai Shui said something. Although her talent quality is already of epic quality, she is still not satisfied. Wang Mu and Lu Ping looked at Li Qiu with a depressed look on her face, while Bai Shui sighed. They looked at each other and saw the despair in each other's eyes. At the very least, you are gifted with outstanding qualities. You are all like this. What should we do if we are too gifted with outstanding qualities? Excellent qualities and talents are not excellent at all. Perhaps seeing that the current atmosphere was not good, Bai Shui changed the topic. Xia Xian, are there any changes when the level is upgraded to level 7? Xia Xian was a little embarrassed and hesitant. Seeing Xia Xian's hesitant expression, Bai Shui's heart skipped a beat. She pretended to be calm and said, if you have anything to say, just say it. We will know sooner or later. Xia Xian thought so and stopped procrastinating. You all know that every 6 levels we have is a stage, right? Bai Shui and Li Qiu both nodded. Wang Mu and Lu Ping were a little confused. Seeing this, Bai Shui explained, we have a total of 30 levels, 5 stages, namely soldiers, generals, kings, and emperors, which correspond to the 5 levels of talent and quality. Ah! Lu Ping was surprised when he heard this. Then our excellent quality can only reach level 12. No, the hero profession can break through the shackles of quality and improve the level. Li Qiu said. Wang Mu Lu Ping breathed a sigh of relief after hearing this. After all, it's easy to break down when you hear that your end point is so low. Bai Shirley and Xia Xian were not surprised when they heard this news, because he also knew it through Tianmu. Yes. Xia Xian nodded and said, after being promoted to the sergeant level, each attribute level will increase by 2 attribute points multiplied by the quality level. What? What? Li Qiu exclaimed. Wang Mu Lu Ping opened his mouth wide, and Bai Shui also frowned. Does this mean that the same situation will apply to generals, kings and even emperors in the future? Bai Shui said his guess. I also have this idea. Xia Xian said. Then from now on, even if there is only one difference in talent quality, the strength of the two will be completely different. Bai Shui originally thought that every time he and the legendary quality were improved, their attributes would be slightly different, but now it seems that this is not the case at all. Looking at everyone's appearance, Xia Xian didn't want them to be in despair, so he still wanted to cheer them up. You don't have to worry too much. After all, we have only been in this world for 3 weeks. We will still have opportunities to improve our talent quality in the future. Seeing everyone's doubts, Xia Xian also knew what they were worried about. Moreover, there is a genius treasure in this world. After eating it, you can increase your attributes. You also have a way to remedy it. Really? Rico asked immediately. Is there such a thing? Bai Shui was equally concerned. Chapter 100 Tianhai Pavilion. You are listening at novelfull.audio. King Lu Ping was also amazed that there was such a good thing in this world. Of course, whatever I'm trying to trick you into doing, I've taken it myself. Xia Xian said. Where do you get it from? Rico asked. Anyway, I encountered them while hunting in the sea. All I encountered were fruit trees. There should be other types, but I'm not sure. Xia Xian was sure that there were other types. After all, he had a blueprint for the construction of the Well of Life, which said that long-term use of the water from the Well of Life could improve attributes, but he didn't say this because it didn't make any sense. I see. It seems that I will focus on upgrading my diving technology in the future and hunt more actively, said Rickle. The other 3 nodded in agreement. I think it is most important to find islands and establish a territory. Xia Xian expressed his opinion. Only when we have a territory can we truly have a foundation, otherwise we will not be able to last long. The 4 of them nodded after hearing this. They were overwhelmed by the news just now, but now that they are awake, they naturally understand who is less important and who is more important. Well, there is a long way to go, so you don't have to be too impatient. Xia Xian said with relief. After hearing Xia Xian's words, everyone nodded. After thinking about it carefully, they understood that Xia Xian's words made sense. It had only been 3 weeks since I and the others had arrived in this world. Their territory had not yet been established, and they had no real understanding of this world. The reason why there was some chaos just now was mainly because Xia Xian had such a huge impact on them that they thought the world was full of freaks like Xia Xian. In fact, if you think about it calmly, Xia Xian is the #1 newcomer in the spirit domain, and he is the #1 in the dominant style. Xia Xian may even be the #1 newcomer in both the spirit and demon domains. Comparing yourself with him is not just to make yourself uncomfortable. Li Qiu has now recovered and said with a smile, Xia Xian, you are strong and powerful. If you have any benefits in the future, don't forget us. Yes, the boss eats meat, and we can just drink soup. Lu Ping also said flatteringly. Don't worry, I will think of you if anything good happens. Xia Xian agreed with a smile. Now that we have formed a small team, do you want to give the team a name? Bai Shui looked at everyone, pondered for a moment, and then spoke. Everyone's eyes lit up after hearing this, and then they all looked at Xia Xian. There is no doubt that in the minds of the 4 of them, Xia Xian is the boss of this team, so they all want to see what Xia Xian thinks. Xia Xian thought about it after hearing Bai Shui's opinion. I think it is necessary. Since we have decided to cooperate and form an alliance, giving the team a name can also help increase cohesion and a sense of belonging. Xia Xin nodded and said, then what do you think our small team should be called? Xia Xin was a loser at naming, so he dropped the issue. Why don't we call them Team Xia Xin? Wang Mu said. Xia Xin's face darkened. What a bad name. No, it's too personal. Xia Xin refused directly. How about we call them Team Coco? Rico said with a smile, how cute. What's the difference between you and Team Xia Xin? Xia Xin glared at Li Qiu. How about calling them Tianhai Team? Bai Shui suggested, the sky represents the Heavenly Mother and the ruler of this world, and the sea represents this ocean world. Isn't this name a bit too big? Lu Ping said weakly. It's okay. If we don't tell you, who knows the meaning? Wang Mu didn't care. Xia Xin also felt that this name was okay. He thought for a while and said, it's a bit vulgar to call them a team, why not call them Tianhai Pavilion? That everyone's eyes lit up. Tianhai Pavilion sounded more advanced than the team. Okay, from now on we will be Tianhai Pavilion. Li Qiu said. Everyone nodded in agreement. Okay, since we all agree, let's call it this name. Xia Xin smiled slightly. It's a moment like this where we have to celebrate with a drink. Li Qiu is afraid that the world will not be in chaos. Xia Xin looked at Jasmine, who immediately opened a bottle of red wine and poured a glass for everyone. Let's just have a drink. We have to participate in activities later. We can't lose the big for the small. Xia Xin raised his glass and said. Well, cheers to Tianhai Pavilion. Li Qiu shouted. Cheers to Tianhai Pavilion. Xia Xin and the other four said with smiles on their faces. The five of them stood up and clinked glasses together, then raised their heads to drink. The sea breeze blew, the sun shone, and the shadows of the five people fell on the deck. After everyone finished drinking, they looked at each other and laughed loudly. Xia Xin laughed because he was very happy that he had a team and had these friends from the same world. Although Windsor and others deserved his complete trust, Xia Xin always felt that something was missing. Now Xia Xin understands that he has never really integrated into this world and has always had the mentality of an outsider. Maybe he will change this mentality as time goes by, but now, it is inevitable that there will be a special feeling of loneliness. But now that he has these friends, he can really get rid of this loneliness. Li Qiu and Bai Shui felt that the pressure was lessened. In the past, they had to bear all the pressure alone. Now that Xia Xin is a taller person, they will subconsciously relax a lot. The most excited people were Wang Mu and Lu Ping. They were genuinely laughing from the bottom of their hearts. They understand that their lives have undergone major changes since they entered Tianhai Pavilion. This is a feeling that they can truly experience the change in their destiny. This feeling makes them excited and makes them tremble all over. After the five people sat down, Xia Xin said, let's eat. Others were not polite and started eating one after another, praising it constantly. Xia Xin, after eating your meal, how will we be able to eat the same food as before? That maybe he was in a good mood. Bai Shui teased Xia Xin. Yes, Xia Xin, you have to be responsible for us. Li Qiu shouted. Wang Mu Lu Ping also looked at Xia Xin eagerly. Xia Xin glanced at Bai Shui helplessly. She was the one who instigated everything. Bai Shui looked at Xia Xin with schadenfreude, but was overwhelmed by Xia Xin. Bai Shui felt a little suffocated because a problem just happened to arise. Jasmine, can we have any leftover flour and vegetables besides meeting our needs? Xia Xin asked Jasmine next to him. Bai Shui and the other four looked at Xia Xin asking Jasmine and were stunned. They were actually just teasing and joking. Unexpectedly, Xia Xin seemed to be serious, but they immediately looked at Jasmine expectantly, waiting for her answer. After all, who wouldn't want to eat a delicious meal? Sir, we produce 200 metric tons of flour every day. We have accumulated a lot now, and we have also harvested several batches of vegetables. The current inventory is enough for us to last for 2 weeks. P.S. Thank you Yun Shi for sending me a love letter. Thank you for the like from Chuanchun Wusheng.
Thanks to Shuangshu S6, Wei Renhul Mansion, and Yunlei Shui Kingshenjun for sending the flowers. Thanks to Phantom Wings Xuanyu, Persona, Evil Mandala, Shuchen, Platinum Eagle, and Deki Sujitaro from Qingluo City for sending me electricity with love. Thanks to Candy, Professor Yu Yi really praised it. Please update, please comment.